I can't believe it. Look at this. Look how curious. They're so smart. I really love monitors, I gotta tell you. They're so much smarter than snakes. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. Today we got a delivery. Actually, we had it yesterday, but we're gonna film this today of 2 monitors. That's right, 2 monitor lizards. I'm gonna show you what they are, what genes they contain, and plus we're gonna do a little mini tour of my entire facility as we're revamping it. We're setting cages up, we're switching things over to cocoa blocks, and everything's looking completely different. We're not done, we're under construction now, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bird's eye view into what's going on at Palumbo'S, Pythons, and Boas, so stay tuned. All right, guys, look what I got. I got a pair of water monitors, some new babies. There they are. Look at these little guys. How cute. Beautiful, right? Let's see how how tame they are. Oh, look, I'm petting. Look at that. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, how beautiful is that little baby monitor. Now that is not just your average normal water monitor, even though it may look a little like a normal. It contains 2 genes. It's het, meaning it has 1 copy of the black dragon gene or the melanistic gene in water monitors that produces those beautiful black dragons that we have one of. And it also is het for T-positive albino. So it's a double het, and so is the other one. And at some point in the future, a couple years down the road, we might breed these guys together, hopefully, God willing, and maybe produce some black dragon T-positives. Really cool. The really cool thing about the T-positive gene in water monitors is that it's allelic to the T-negative gene. That's right. So you guys have seen my albino water monitors. Let's see if we can find one of my albinos in here. Don't feed him yet, Bob. I want to show him. There's our T-negative, and you can see the red eyes with the lack of any melanin. Still not tame, by the way. I think the ones we just got are more tame than this girl is. You have 1 copy of each. What happens is you actually will get something called a coral albino, which is like a intermediate halfway between albino or T-negative albino and T-positive albino. Look at this. Look at how tame this guy is. Holy mackerel. We've been working with the albinos for how long, Pablo? 8 months, 6 months? And I haven't been able to get them to do this. One day. And my good friend IAN STRATHIE, who I bought this pair from, who's one of the best water monitor breeders around. And we're going to do an interview with him hopefully in the future. He obviously got these guys a little trained. I don't know what he's like licking me. Look at this. How cute is this guy? I can't believe it. Watch, he'll take a bite out of me next. Look at this. Look how curious. They're so smart. I really love monitors, I gotta tell you. They're so much smarter than snakes. Look at this guy. One day we have him. He came in yesterday. And he's walking, look.
What do you eat from your hand?
I don't know. Let's just let him explore right now. Let's not put food in his face. We're gonna put him back and we're gonna give him some food. Pablo's got some, what do you got there, quail?
Quail.
All right, so we got some nice quail. Look at this guy climbing my arm. How cool is this? So so if we were to breed one of these guys to let's say we produced if we bred our albinos to the black dragon and we produced T-negative, double het T-negative black dragons, and we bred them to these guys, they would be compatible. Because the black dragon, 2 copies produce a black dragon, 1 copy of T-positive, 1 copy of T-negative produces coral albino. So all of our water monitors are compatible, which is super cool. He wants to get the species logo from my nutrition company here so we can do a little shameless plug for it. How cute is he? I can't believe what we've been going through trying to get these albinos to do, what this guy has done in one day is unbelievable. All right, let's try to feed him. All right, Pablo's got the quail. Let's see if they're gonna eat some quail. I don't know if they're tongue fed yet. We may have to just leave them in there, but it is possible. Oop, look at that. Day 2, and here comes the other one. We have them together for now. We're eventually gonna separate them, but they're still pretty young, so we'll keep them together for a little longer, just because I'm trying to wait to set up another cage. Let's see. That's the male. We think is the male. He's a little bigger and that's the female. And they both just knocked down baby quail. That is awesome. How cute is that? Oh my God, that's so cute. These guys are really. They look like little alligators, don't they?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel! You want to go for another one?
Yeah. As soon as she stops doing that with the
Yeah, we'll give him 2 quails today. Ian told me that he really thinks the young ones can be fed more frequently, like almost daily. He gives a lot of rodents, he gives a lot of rat pups. We'll probably get these guys maybe just some mice, because Pablo breeds mice, so we have a lot more mice. And look at that. These guys are chowing down. Thank you, Ian. Amazing. I'll put your Instagram up in the description, and I'll put it in the video here so people can check out your page, because you got some great stuff. You got a great YouTube channel as well. All right, Pablo just fed the green tree python, our little female, sub-adult. She just grabbed the quail. Let's see. There we go. Yep, she got it right there. She's a good eater, this girl.
Yeah.
How come the light doesn't work in this cage? Didn't we buy a light for this cage, or it's not installed yet?
I don't know. We turned it down. I gotta check here.
I think that's the old light. I don't think we replaced it yet.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Let's see if our adult green tree pythons want anything. This male has not eaten in months, and I'm a little nervous about the fact that he hasn't eaten. Hold on, get over here. Let's see. Why he's not eating, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with him. I even treated him prophylactically for like any kind of bacterial infection. He just doesn't want to eat. I don't know what it is. And he was the good eater when we first got him.
Yeah.
That female, well, she's looking at that. She'll take that quail down in 2 seconds.
She'll take my hand too.
Yeah. Nope, you don't want it. Does not want it. All right, give it to the female. You want to give it to her? Well, she just ate last week, so she might not want to eat either.
I'll probably give it to them because they're small.
There's our female Boas python. And I'm going to see if she wants quail. I don't even know if she's eaten quail. Let's see if she'll eat it. I think Boas in the wild will eat. Definitely are bird eaters too. Let's see. Nope, she don't want it. Oop, she missed. Oop, she missed again. Oh, she got it.
Who? Bowlings?
Yep. I was a little late to the party here, but she grabbed it. And she's wrapping it. Look at that beautiful Boas. We're going to be moving her into a bigger cage too. She doesn't really need a bigger cage, but we're going to put her in a bigger cage anyway. A little more of a display cage. I'm going to show you guys all my cages if I can get all the lights to turn on again. All right. Look at the water monitors. Look at my new babies. They're playing.
They're playing?
They're playing. They're playing in the water. After they ate those 2 quail, they're very content now. Come here, big girls. Look at these. Look at these guys. Actually, they're looking for more food. That's what they're looking for. Yeah. Look at these. Oh my God, that's great.
You don't even have to order some more.
Beautiful. Yeah, we got to get more quailing now. Because these guys, they love the birds. I want to give them a little more, some rodents to these guys, because we got to get them to grow a little bit. They're young. They can handle rodents. Oh, look at this. Such a good personality. Here's our girl, Annie Hall, on coconut chip bedding. These are cocoa blocks from Freedom Breeder. We've been using that, and I am switching the whole facility over to cocoa blocks. And I like the way it looks. I am I know it's always a paper towel guy, but these big snakes, big monitors that I'm getting into now definitely need that. We're going to go with that. But Annie Hall is looking huge. Look at this. Usually she hides under the paper. She can't hide under the cocoa blocks here. But I think she likes it. More humidity. You know, these anacondas love humidity, so as do all boas, for that matter. I mean, think about where they're from. And it's so humid in that rainforest. So we'll show you a feeding. Probably. Did you feed her? You did feed her already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he already fed her. Next week we're going to give her a rabbit. So we'll do a little feeding on that. I'm going to show you. I've been putting it off, but I think I might give you a mini tour right now of what we set up already. If Pablo gets these lights set up, because he did such a good job the last couple days, and it looks so beautiful in here now. All my vision cages are like just screaming for attention. We don't have everything set up yet, and we still have more stuff on order, but I'll show you where we're at this point. All right, this tour starts right here. This is our Australian room it's still partly stock room, but we're converting it little by little into a full snake room. I got to leave a little bit of room for supplies for my wife. Here's my incubators. I got 3 incubators. I'm only using 1 right now. So the ball python season was it's very late this year. We have a stack of 6-footers, vision cages, which we haven't put the cocoa blocks in yet because we haven't got our pallet that we ordered. We will once we get it, and we'll clean these cages up. Right now we have some fire diamond boas in here, and they need colder room. We'll show you this cage when it's set up and then nice and cleaned up. I'm kind of not happy that they're not cleaned up yet, but this set of bank of cages is done. These are 4-footers. The top one is not quite as high. These are the taller ones, and this is a slightly shorter one we put on top. That's one of our female diamond pythons in there. She'll be going outside once the outdoor enclosures are done. This is my original, what they call Stardust diamond python. I got all my diamonds from Tom Crutchfield because I wanted pure stock, and she'll be going outside with the other female. The male's not ready to go in there. I got my Boas python in here, my male. I showed you my female earlier. Probably the female will go on the bottom cage once we put the diamond pythons outside, because we'll have room, and I'll give the female Boas a little more room. And this is our bank of focus cubes. I think we lost a snake. We put our Amazon tree boas in here just to give them more room and climbing ability. This is our yellow tiger Amazon tree boa. We have our hypo yellow down there. I have to order some plants for these cages, and we have our red tiger in there, and we actually have a regular tiger also in there that escaped, so we have to look for that one. And then I have my juvenile Aru green tree python in here. She's still growing, and we have our pair in here. I don't know where the male is. We were just futzing with him, so he's on the ground. There's the female. So these focus cubes are pretty cool. Now we come into the room 2. This is the boa room, usually. But we're starting to set up all our display cages in here, which is what I'm trying to make room and get rid of some of the regular racks. This is our fire diamonds, super fire boas we have in here. We have 2 of them. We have a pair in here. Nice naturalistic setup. Then we have all our breeder boas down here and some baby. We have a baby rack over here. Some racks we're not even using it, but these are our new Freedom Breeder. I love the Freedom Breeder 4-footers. These are gorgeous. I have the Freedom Breeder thermostats with the holder. It comes with even with the holder. They're really amazing. They're really super light too. They open really easily, and I really dig these. We're gonna put everything in here on cocoa blocks. We just ran out of the cocoa blocks, so once we get it in, we'll convert all this over. We have some of these Freedom Breeders that are like They're not quite, they're bigger than ball python tubs, but they're not quite 4-footers, you know, so these are like for the grow up boas. The Central Americans, the dwarf boas can live their whole life in there. Here's some grow up boa stuff. And these are my original boas. I got these were vision tubs. Then Russo had turned me on to these. They're still really good. They do their job really well. And I'll never get rid of these probably. I like them actually. And then we have some animal plastics cages. See, I don't believe in just getting one kind. Some people like everything the same. I like to have a variation. Those are all gonna get cocoa blocks in them as well. Those are our carpet pythons. We have all our albino, our snows in there. Let's see what this is. There's our snow male. Then I have an old rack of Freedom Breeder, which I sold a bunch of the Freedom Breeder rack. I might sell this one, I don't know, but this is a rack that I bought used, but it's brand new. I think this is an ARS drawer rack. So that's really cool. And then we go into our banks of vision cages. This is where we have our berms, our green anaconda, Annie Hall. We don't have the lights set up in here yet, so it's hard to see them. I actually couldn't get, my female Burmese python wasn't eating for weeks and weeks, and I thought she had a respiratory, she didn't. And yesterday I took her out and I was like, you know, Pablo, she's looking really like in good shape. She just hasn't eaten. I said, why don't we deviate from what we normally do and let's see if we can turn the light on. There we get some light. I said, let's not keep trying the same thing and wishing we're gonna have a different outcome, because that's the true definition of insanity. I said, let's offer her some quail. So we gave her a quail and Papa said she grabbed it, which really made me feel good because I was really worried about her. And the interesting thing is that I don't know why she wanted quail and she wouldn't eat any rodents. Because she's eaten rodents in the past, plenty of rodents. I don't know, it was kind of weird. So maybe she's going through some something, midlife crisis, I don't know. But if you can't get your animals to eat rodents for some reason, throw them a bird, quail. It's so easy. It's available. You can buy frozen quail. I'll put up a link if anyone's interested in where I get my quail from. Crutchfield turned me on to them. But I've been feeding a lot of quail to my animals, and I think it's just healthier. Look, I eat a lot of chicken. I don't eat all red meat. And when they get older, you gotta limit their fat intake a little bit more. Okay, now here's our black dragon water monitor. I hate this that we have this like reflection going on here, but she is, excuse me. This is a temporary caging for her. She'll be coming out. Let's see if we can open it up. Hopefully she won't jump out. Let's see. Oh, she wants to come out already. I can tell she wants to come out. Yeah, she's ready to come out. All right. What's up? What's up, big girl? Here you are. She's like, you're doing a tour? You're not going to show me off? She's like, where can I go and do mischief and get Pablo mad at us because Pablo's got to catch her? Yeah, but she's looking great, and she's going to go. We're having a big cage built for her, so because she's going to breed for us next year, hopefully. I hope so. So she's a sweetheart. Okay, get back in the cage. Back in the cage. All right. Beautiful little girl. All right, so that was our water monitors up there. We have our Burmese python here. This is one of the boys I produced. And then we have our, look at the head sticking out. That's my leucistic Burmese python girl. She's not gonna be able to do that when we put the cocoa blocks in there, so she's gonna have to get used to being out in the open. And let's see what else we got going on. Now these are this is another bank of 4-foot cages we have, where we have some blue-tongued skinks. There's one of my northern female. And the ones with the lights look great. See, we gotta get more lights back in here because we're still setting up the lights. There's my axanthic female with my albino. I'm the only person in the history of blue-tongued skink keeping that cohabitates their skinks. I can guarantee that. They don't fight. They don't breed. They don't do it. They just live together. It's a pretty big cage. They do not. I'm telling you, these guys like each other. They're male and female. They do not bother each other. I said, you know what? I'm going to do an experiment because I couldn't get them to breed, but they don't bother each other, and they won't fight or anything like that. So I have them cohabitated. Got to break the rules. Breaking the rules. Breaking the rules. As Beavis and Butthead would say. What's up? What's up? She's the best one I have. And then we have our albino water monitor in here, and then we have our bearded dragon. Let's see if we can say hi to our little girl, our little red monster girl. Ah, there she is. There's my little red monster baby girl. I just want to have one of them. I don't even want to breed these guys, to be honest with you. She's cool. I sold one to one of my friends. We had 2 females. She was this one was a little too dominant, so I didn't want the other one to get killed or anything like that, and he really wanted it, him and his girlfriend. So we passed it on. But this girl's a good girl. So we got her up here. Then we have another bank of 4-foot cages where we have my adult carpet pythons. That's my double het snow female. Oh no, excuse me, that's my caramel double het moonglow female. So she's caramel, het for albino, het for axanthic. And we have our, ooh look, this water monitor, we shocked her so much she regurgitated a mouse. That's not good. We have our 2 babies we just got here, our double hets. Look at them, they're so cute. And then we have our, this is my double het Snow. She's 10 years old, this girl. She's still cranking clutches out. So, and then the new bank of cages we just set up is right here, but we haven't set them all up yet. Pablo only did the one where we have our granite, possible caramel zebra male. Here he is, gorgeous. I don't even have a female for him to breed. I mean, I have females, but the one I wanted to breed him to died on me. So, but I love this snake so much that I just set him up in a nice naturalistic enclosure with a little log. Hopefully he'll use it. And he's living the life. We're going to be putting probably our rhino rat snake up there. And then we have to build, we're still building a base for that on wheels. And we'll decide what we're going to put in here as well. This is probably the oldest known freedom breeder cage of all time. It's huge. It's a 6-footer and it's kind of rusty, but the inside of it works well. I have my big boas in here. So the biggest boas I keep in this cage set up here. And I got this cage in a trade for a snake. So I couldn't say no. This guy had to get it out of his house. It was taking up too much room. And I said, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. So I took it. I don't have to have new stuff. And then this is room 3, the ball python room. Here's some grow-ups we have in here. This is the pied rack. We try to organize them by morph. Pied rack. Then this one is like kind of our mandarins are in here. So we have a lot of different mandarin female breeders. These are all the females in the V70s. We have some babies, astounding babies up there. All our V35s have our males. So we have like rows of, these are all male breeders in here. Then we have our baby racks. They're not all full, thank God. And here's some more baby racks, We have our colubrids over here in this rack and in this rack. So we also have some of my carpet python babies in here as well. Dirty. Pitayas. Let's see if this is pitayas. Yeah, these colubrids like to poop a lot. I'm showing you my pitayas plenty of times. We got our Mexican black king. Wow, everyone's all dirtied up their cage. Mexican black king snakes. I got one of my snow carpet python babies here. Only surviving one. Can you believe they all died? Heartbroken. I don't know why, but only had one. We did have a bunch of axanthics and albinos that survived, so we're lucky in that sense. These are more breeder females. This is our kind of random scaleless albino rack. This is our rainbow gene rack, mostly, with a little clown spillover, because we have a lot of clown stuff. This is clown spillover as well. And this is the clown breeder rack. So we have a lot of clown stuff. We have almost two racks worth of clown females. I plan on selling some breeder stuff in the coming months to make room for all our new projects and all the grow up stuff we have that's blowing up. In this rack too, we have our Amazon basins in here. And we have our patternless emerald. Those are really cool. We have our Sansinia in here too in this rack. Some of those cages we're getting from Vision are going to be set up for these Sansinia too at some point. And we have a lot of cool stuff here. We have our, let's go see our sand boa. One of them's missing still. My son didn't, I offered him 30 bucks. He couldn't find it. He didn't even look for it. He was too lazy, to be honest with you. Oh, here's our, here's the one sand boa we do have, so. Oh, there she is. That's our snow splash. Albino axanthic, or albino anery splash. Nice. And hopefully we'll find our other one. All right, there's my ivory, blue tongue baby. I just fed him some wet food. I'm gonna leave him alone because he's getting a little scared, but he's going in a big Vision cage. Yep, you're gonna get a 4-footer all for yourself. He's got food all over him. All right, let's leave him alone. I love it. All right, and then, of course, I want to film outside. It's like totally overly bright here, but that's okay. First cage is our Bredli cage. We have our Bredli pythons in there. We have a pair of those. Stonewash Bredli up there, and then, I don't know where the male is floating around someplace. It's really hot today. We got our olive pythons. We're gonna have to change their water because it rained like crazy. Past couple days, all the water bowls are overflowing. And then we have our other pair of albino olives. So we have 3 outdoor enclosure cages. We're gonna have 2 more pretty soon. One is gonna be for the diamond pythons. One will be for our Boas pythons. And we might, I might have a surprise for you guys. We might be getting some, from my friend Paul Miller, we might be getting, I don't even want to tell you what it is. We're gonna be getting some cool animals from him. I'm just trying to figure out where to put them and how we're gonna set them up. But this is the outdoor enclosure, and so you saw the indoors. It was a quick tour, but I'll show you more as the room gets more and more set up properly. We still have a lot of stuff to do and change over, so this was kind of just like a under construction video. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo'S Pythons and Boas. I hope you enjoyed the little mini tour of our facility while it's under construction. We're switching over to cocoa blocks. We're putting new cages up from Vision. We're moving animals into really, really naturalistic setups. I'm hoping to make this place look like a little mini reptarium a la Brian Barczyk, who's my good friend and who we are sending healing prayers out to all the time. All right, if you guys have suggestions for certain animals or way they should be set up, let me know. I will tell you one thing. I am loving these new baby monitors that we got. Holy mackerel, how cute and how tame. Thank you, IAN STRATHIE. They are awesome. And if you guys enjoy these videos, show me the love. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.